My phone buzzed at 3:00 m in a Tokyo hotel room, shattering the silence with a scream I couldn't hear, but felt in my bones. Lena, my girlfriend, 7 months pregnant, was sobbing through the line, her voice breaking as she gasped. Jake, I'm bleeding. I'm at the hospital. I was 7,000 miles away, powerless, and my family, my own mother, was about to make it so much worse. I met Lena 2 years ago at a coffee shop in Chicago. Her laugh was like sunlight breaking through clouds, and her eyes held a quiet strength that made me feel like I could conquer anything. We were inseparable, planning a future together, even when I got the overseas contract for my engineering job. 6 months in Japan, I promised her. Then I'm back for you and our baby. She'd smiled, rubbing her growing belly, trusting me. But now, as I clutched my phone, her voice trembled with panic. They're saying it's placental abruption. I need help. Jake, I called your mom. My heart sank. My mother, Diane, was a woman of sharp edges and sharper judgments. She'd never warmed to Lena, calling her too modern and not family material behind her back. I'd brushed it off as old-school snobbery, thinking distance would keep the peace. But Lena, alone and terrified, had no one else to turn to. She's on her way, Lena whispered before the call cut out. I stared at the screen, dread pooling in my gut. Hours passed, each minute an eternity. I couldn't fly back. Flights were grounded due to a typhoon. I called Mom, but she didn't pick up. I texted my sister, Claire, who lived with her. Mom's acting weird, Claire replied. She's muttering about Lena exaggerating and not being our responsibility. She went to the hospital, but she's pissed. My blood boiled. Lena was fighting for her life and our babies, and Mom was playing gatekeeper with her grudges. When I finally got Lena back on the phone, her voice was faint. Your mom came. She didn't stay. She said I should have called my own family. I could hear the hurt, the betrayal, in every syllable. Lena's parents were across the country, estranged since she was a teenager. My family was all she had in Chicago. I called Mom again, and this time she answered, her tone icy. Jake, she's fine. The doctors are handling it. I'm not her babysitter. Mom, she's carrying your grandchild, I shouted, my voice cracking. How could you leave her alone? She's not my daughter-in-law, Mom snapped. You're not married. I don't owe her anything. I hung up, shaking with rage. Lena wasn't just some girl. She was the woman I loved, the mother of my child. I called Claire, begging her to go to the hospital. I'm already here, she said softly. I couldn't let Lena go through this alone. Claire, my quiet, bookish sister, had defied Mom's orders and driven to Lena's side. She described Lena hooked to monitors, pale but fighting, the doctors working to stabilize her and the baby. She's scared, Jake, but she's strong, Claire said. The next 48 hours were a blur. I coordinated with the hospital over spotty Wi-Fi, my heart racing every time a nurse updated me. Lena's condition stabilized, but the baby, a girl we'd planned to name Emma, was still at risk. Claire stayed with Lena, bringing her clothes, holding her hand, even singing to her when the pain meds made her loopy. Mom, meanwhile, sent me a text. You should have been here. This isn't my mess. I wanted to scream. I was trying to provide for my family, taking this job to secure our future. How could Mom see Lena's emergency as an inconvenience? I thought of all the times she'd preached family first. Yet here she was, abandoning the woman carrying her granddaughter. When the typhoon lifted, I caught the first flight back, landing in Chicago 20 hours later. I rushed to the hospital, my heart pounding as I pushed through the doors. Lena was in her room, pale but alive, her hand resting protectively on her belly. Claire was asleep in a chair beside her, exhausted but loyal. I knelt by Lena's bed, tears streaming as I kissed her forehead. I'm so sorry, I whispered. I'm here now. She squeezed my hand, her eyes glistening. Claire saved me, she said. Your mom. She made me feel like nothing. I confronted Mom that evening at her house. She sat at her pristine kitchen table, sipping tea like nothing had happened. I did what I could, she said, avoiding my eyes. I drove her to the hospital, didn't I? You left her there, I shouted. You judged her when she needed you most. What kind of mother does that? Her face hardened. I raised you and Claire. I don't owe anyone else my time. You owe your family decency, I said, my voice low. Lena's my family now. Emma's your family. She didn't respond, just stared into her tea. For the first time, I saw her not as my mother, but as a woman trapped by her own pride, unable to bend even when lives were at stake. Lena recovered slowly, and Emma was born healthy 2 months later, a tiny fighter with her mother's eyes. Claire became Lena's rock, her sister in all but blood. Mom came to the hospital after the birth, her apology stiff and half-hearted. I didn't know it was that serious, and she said. I didn't argue, I was too tired, too focused on my new family. But the rift lingered. Lena forgave Mom, because that's who Lena is, stronger than grudges, bigger than pain. I struggled more. How do you trust someone who failed you when it mattered most? Yet, watching Emma grow, I wondered if Mom could change. Could she learn to see Lena as family? Not a stranger. Could I forgive her for the sake of peace? Family is a messy thing, love tangled with flaws, loyalty tested by crisis. Lena's courage and Claire's quiet heroism showed me what family could be. Mom's failure showed me what it shouldn't. I'm still wrestling with it, wondering where duty ends and forgiveness begins. What do you think? Was Mom wrong to walk away? Or was she justified in setting boundaries? Share your thoughts. I want to hear them. En Wester Unin.